The story of Noah's Ark, offering us an opportunity to consider two vital threads that run throughout the biblical narrative: judgment and hope. Chapter 13 of 30 chapters exploring biblical hope, with particular reference to the story of Noah, the flood, and the building of the ark. I'm Kevin DeBeo, Minister of Word and Sacrament at Bells Hill Central Parish Church. Thank you for joining us in this journey. There is a reminder that the Bible is true to life. The story of Noah is a story both of judgment and hope, a reminder of the inclinations of the human heart towards evil and division, alienation, conflict, violence, greed, corruption. You get it all in this picture. There is a sense in which we are invited to cross the T's, connect the dots, dot the I's, but it's there. It's a reminder indeed that God somehow looks upon the world and recognizes that indeed, left to our own devices, we often tear each other apart rather than building together. It's one of the great anomalies of being human. We not only cooperate, but often compete, and sometimes compete in very vindictive and demanding ways. And so, yes, we have this problem in the Christian and even in the biblical narrative, this sense of sin, of alienation, of division, and the sense of treating each other with profound disrespect and leading in ways that lead toward death rather than life. And so sin are not merely the petty sins that we all do, maybe too preoccupied with human sexuality, too much swearing, a bit of struggle here, a little bit of pilfering. It's really about an inclination of the human heart. We sin because we are sinners. There is a deep sense in which we are bent in a direction away from that which leads in the direction of life and love and thriving and well-being. And so we at times belittle our neighbor. We keep each other at arm's distance. And in so many ways, the story of Noah and the flood is the story of a new beginning, a new possibility, a new community. In the Christian faith tradition, they draw on this Noah and the ark as almost like a type, a way of seeing judgment and hope brought to resolution in and through the life, the ministry, and the death and resurrection of Jesus Christ. And so Peter, when he reflects on the story of Noah and the ark and writes to one of his earliest communities, reflects in this way: 1 Peter 3 from verse 18 to 22. For Christ also suffered for sins, the righteous for the unrighteous, to bring you to God. He was put to death in the body, but made alive in the spirit. After being made alive, he went and made proclamation to the imprisoned spirits, to those who were disobedient long ago, when God waited patiently in the days of Noah while the ark was being built. In it, only a few people, 8 in all, were saved through water. This water symbolizes baptism that now saves you also, not the removal of dirt from the body, but the pledge of a clear conscience toward God. It saves you by the resurrection of Jesus Christ, who has gone into heaven and is at God's right hand, with angels, authorities, and powers in submission to him. Lord, all of life is in submission to you. You are the Lord, not only of our life individual, not only of our churches, not only of aspects of living, but indeed Lord of the cosmos. You return all of creation to the glory of God, who is your Father, in the power of the Spirit. And so open our eyes to those ways in which at times we keep you at arm's length and keep each other at arm's length, where we treat each other in ways that are vindictive and cruel, rather than in ways that lead in the direction of justice and mercy and righteousness and life. And so, gracious God, inspire us this day, to live in hope, to the praise and glory of your name. Amen.